I'm Stephanie, and I'm Nathan's assistant. Well, actually, I'm actually his older sister. Between the hours of 7:30 and 8:30, I am his assistant today. So at any point you need to use the washroom or step out, I'm your point of contact. Oh, and before I forget, Nathan did want me to say a few words before we start. So let me pull out that thing. So he wanted me to say welcome to Nathan Bridgets Center for Achieving Excellence in the Performing Arts. I hope you are all ready to be transformed into the greatest version of yourself that you can be. Okay. This is a class for the brave, the fearless, and the courageous. Here in class, we are to treat the work with respect, thoughtfulness, and courtesy. Leave all your predetermined notions about acting out
at the door.
Okay. And come to each class with skin like a sponge, ready to absorb and bring out the excellence on stage. This class is a taste of what the 6-week course will entail. You are encouraged to sign up for the 6-week course by the end of today to ensure your spot in the class. I have the sign-up sheet with me. And now, without further ado, your instructor, Nathan
Hello! I am Nathan Bridgets, and this is my masterclass. So let's get naked! Thank you, Stephanie, for that introduction. Is this everybody?
Yeah, this is everyone.
I thought I made it very clear I needed at least a minimum of 100 people for this class. Why not?
I had to beg these people 10 minutes before this class started to be here, and I had to pay someone.
Stephanie, I'm not in a position to make money away at this moment. You know that I can make money off this class. I'll give it away. I will do what I did. Yes, and that is improve. Yes! Hello! Wonderful! I am Nathan Bridgets. This is my masterclass. You are all probably familiar with me from my much anticipated novel, An Actor Does Not Prepare. I anticipate it will be published very soon, so please keep an eye out for it in all your local bookstores. Or you probably know me from my workout video, The Actor's VOD, the ultimate home workout for the actor. Does anybody know me from my 2022 production of Equus? No? Wonderful, thank God. Wonderful! Now, you are all probably familiar with the world-famous, groundbreaking techniques and acting teachers Uta Hagen, Stanislavski, and Sanford Meisner. Well, forget them! Those are old, out-of-date, no space for the stage techniques, and they are not welcome here. No. Acting is not about intentions, or motivation, or affecting the other person. What do you think the most important thing about acting is?
Using your voice.
Wonderful,
Projecting
wonderful.
your voice.
Come again?
Projecting your voice.
Projecting. Wonderful. Yes, an actor must be able to speak. Not always, but most of the time they are given dialogue to say. Close, but not quite. What would you say the most important thing about acting is?
Always say yes.
Wonderful. Close what we are getting for here. That is an improv thing that an actor must need to know, but we are acting, we are serious acting, we are not being clowns up here and doing silly improv all the time. No. Anybody else? One more crack at it. What do you think the most important thing about acting is? Yes.
Crying on command.
Ah, Oscar moment I see nowadays is a crime scene. But you know what I think of when I see crime scenes? I'm just sitting in the theater thinking, my goodness, this writer must love himself or herself too much because they are trying to win an Oscar with a heartbreaking scene, and I am tired of it. No, these are all common misconceptions about acting. Acting is about nudity of the mind. If you were watching a production and there was an actor standing here in a parka, snow pants, and boots, but across from them there was an actor standing completely naked, where would your eyes go? Me! You would be more captivated by the person who was unclothed over here. And that is what we are going for today. That is acting. So, let's get naked. But before we do, we should probably all get to know each other. So, we are going to go around the room. And why don't you give me your name and a movie that inspires you, all right? You, name and movie, please. Any movie that you like.
Allison and Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Now, is that the sequel to the movie Doors and Windows?
Similar.
Similar?
And all Disney special.
Yes, wonderful. I thought so. You, your name and movie, please.
I'm Laura, and the movie that inspires me, let's go with The Lion King.
The Lion King. Oh, wonderful.
Disney.
Yes, when I was a little boy, my mother would have me stay up all night watching The Lion King. Because she said, Nathan, this Disney movie has been groundbreaking. It has captivated many audiences. So if you are going to be a great actor, you need to know this movie front to back. And that's what I did. I watched it every single night with my wonderful mother by my side, and I learned the lines. And by the time, the 2 weeks of watching it, I knew the whole thing, and I did it all around the playground, and everybody loved it. My mother, especially, she loved it. You, your name and movie, please.
Sydney and the School of Rock.
Wonderful, yes. Jack Black. Interesting person he is, isn't he? He likes to do this thing where he thinks he's funny, and he goes on screen and says, look at me, I'm funny, because I think I am. But I don't live in that. You, your name and movie, please.
My name is Cammy, and my movie is Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia. Wonderful. Now, this is not a musical theater class. It is an acting class. So, no, please stay, please. You are encouraged to stay because the basis of musical theater is acting. You have to know how to act in order to do the musical and lead one. Wouldn't you say? I'd say so. You, your name and movie, please.
My name is Paul, and the movie is The Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness, yes. When I was a boy, another one when I was a boy, Pursuit of Happiness, my mother and I would put on, this was about when I was in my late to mid-teens, I suppose, and we would put on touring productions of famous movies. And Pursuit of Happiness was the first one that we did. We toured around all of Northern Ontario, and I did a one-man show of Pursuit of Happiness. I was Will Smith, I was his kid, I was the bus driver, I was everybody, and it killed. Well, my mother loved it, and that is how I know that it killed. So, you, your name, movie, please.
My name is Mateo. My movie is The Incredibles.
Incredibles. Ah, wonderful, incredible, similar in a way.
Very
I
similar.
think so. And you, your name, movie, please.
I'm Hannah, and my movie is The Bee Movie.
The Bee Movie. Now, I heard a funny joke that the Bee Movie was named that because it was bad. Because they said it got a B rating. But in my opinion, it should have been the C Movie. Thank you, everybody. Now, today, we are going to be learning character math, improv, script analysis, realism, absurdism, and character body. So let's start with a warm-up. If everybody could please stand up on their feet, find a spot in the room, anywhere with just a bit of space, claim your own spaces. You don't want to hit anything or anybody, and we are going to do a warm-up. But make sure you're facing me as I will be leading this warm-up. Now, We are all going to start with some breath work. So everybody just take a nice, simple, deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Once again, and out through the mouth. Yes. And on this next breath, I want you to imagine that your breath that has been working all day, does it work a desk job, does it work in construction, it's hating the clothes that it's been wearing all day. It's sweaty, and it's old, and it smells. So with each breath out on these exhales, I'm going to tell you the garment of clothing that your breath is taking off, all right? And when you let it out on the exhale, I want to hear you vocalize what that garment sounds like. Does that make sense? Wonderful. All right, everybody breathe in through the nose. And let's start with the socks. Let me hear it. Let me hear the socks. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's breathe in again through the nose. And let's go to the pants. Oh. Yes, yes. And now let's breathe in again through the nose. Let's move to the shirt. What type of shirt is it? A button shirt, a t-shirt, a tank top, whatever it wears, let it off. Oh, yes, wonderful. And let's breathe in. The only thing we are left wearing is the undergarments. Let's take off those undergarments. Oh, wonderful. Now, we're going to take in one more breath. And on this exhale, I want you to let out the most naked, nudeful breath that you have ever let out. Now that we have stripped your breath of all of its clothes. Ready? Let's breathe in and let out your naked breath. Oh! Let me hear that again. I want to feel the nudity from your breath. Here we go. The naked breath. Oh! Wonderful, 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 wonderful. That is what I love to hear. I really feel like you exposed your breath there, and I really got to know it better. Now, we've done some breath work. We are going to get the body involved, all right? Everybody, take a wider stance and have your feet nice and planted. This is a movement that I used for my home workout video. It is called the soupy rowboat. So, what we are going to do is we are going to start with the hips. Everybody get those hips stirring, get them activated. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. This is the soup part. And let's get naked with the soup, all right? The potatoes are being peeled. The carrots are being peeled. The meat has been butchered, skinned, and thrown into the pot. All of the ingredients are naked, and you are in that soup. Now, stir those hips like you are stirring a pot of soup. It can be any type of soup that you want. What type of soup are you stirring?
Minestrone.
Minestrone. Okay, so what I'm getting from your actor type is that you have a thinner broth, but then every once in a while you come across a nice little chunk of pasta, right? So maybe when you're on stage, I want you to embody that. I want you to, you're fluid, you're good with the scene, but then you hit exactly what that soup is about, right? This is what you came to see. This is my minestrone. So I want you to really, really embody that. What type of soup are you stirring?
Split pea.
Split pea, all right. So you've got to be meticulous because you chop those peas up real small. And I know how difficult it is to chop peas up. So maybe your actor type is like, oh, I'm very focused. My worldview is right down here, right down in the barrel. These are my stakes. These are what I'm going for. So I want you to embody that in your soup. Really feel that. What type of soup are you stirring?
Italian wedding soup.
Italian wedding soup. Okay, all right. So you've got a bit of gusto. You've got a bit of attitude. You don't take shit from nobody. You might be typecast in some mafia movies, but that is okay. I want you to embody that. Don't shy away from your type. This is your soup, everybody. This is your soup. Keep stirring. Keep stirring. Yes, yes. Keep it going. Now, we're going to get the arms involved. Everybody, we're going to do the rowboat. Just like this. Yes. Imagine. Now, your soup is boiling. And the only way that you can get out of there is to row yourself to safety. Row, everybody. Go. Go. Yes, but keep stirring because the soup broth is going to come up and cover your naked self. Keep rowing. Keep rowing. Okay, I'm going to come around. Okay, I love what you're doing here, but I'm seeing more rowing rather than stirring because if you're not stirring, then the broth is going to come up and it's going to cover you. It's already neck high. It's already neck high. Stir, 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 stir. Yes. Wonderful. That's what I love to Same thing with you. You're stirring with your head, but if you were stirring with your head, you would drown. So I want you to then activate your hips. Let's focus on the hips instead of the rowing. Yes? But if you drown, then yourself will not be on stage. You won't see your wonderful self on stage. Okay, you're getting it a little bit better. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, yes, I like it here. But there's not enough urgency, all right? The soup is coming up. It's already here. Bring it down. Okay, you're bringing it down. Wonderful. Keep it going, everybody. Keep it going. It's boiling. Don't let those bubbles hit you. Row and stir, everybody. Row. Row. Big oars. Yes. Yes. Feel the warmth. Feel the movement. We are warming up really, really nice. I'm stirring another type of soup, pea soup. And the reason is because when I was a kid, my mother would feed me pea soup morning, day, and night, every meal, because I had the perfect diet for the actor. Green vegetables, protein, potatoes with some carbohydrate, and I still eat it to this day. And my neuroscience is off the charts. Wonderful. All right, let's keep going, and let's now imagine someone has now turned down the temperature, and our soup is being brought down to a simmer. And in your own time, you can bring it to stillness. Bring it to stillness in your own time. But feel the warmth. Feel the soup and your soup type. That is your actor type. Don't abandon that. Now, in stillness, we are still active. We are not dead. The broth is flowing through our veins. Wonderful. We've got the breath. We've got the body. Now, we are going to get the mouth and stretch it open. It's got to be spread open to be working for an actor. All right? Let's get naked with the mouth. So we are going to do a tongue twister. I'm going to say it once, and then we will do it line by line together. All right? Here it is. Listen first. Mommy's milk made me merrier. Mommy's milk made me magnificent. When Mommy's milk was made no more, I went to suckle at fame's door. All right, I'm going to do it line by line, and after the line, you're going to repeat the line back to me. All right? Mommy's milk made me merrier.
Mommy's milk made me
Merrier. Yes, really hit those M's with mommy. Really hit your mouth. Wrap around those M's as you're saying the mommy's milk. All right? Next line, here we go. Mommy's milk made me magnificent.
Mommy's milk made me magnificent.
Yes, magnificent. What a wonderful, wonderful word that magnificent is. I want to hear every single letter in that word magnificent. I want you to throw magnificent at me when you are saying it. I want to hear everything. So let's do that line again, and let's really hit that word magnificent. All right? Here we go. Mommy's milk made me magnificent. Yes. Third line. When Mommy's milk was made no more.
When Mommy's milk was made no more,
I went to suckle at fame's door.
I went to suckle at fame's door.
Yes. Suckle. Another one of those words that I want to hear every letter in it. Suckle. All right? Now, we're going to do the whole thing, and we're going to start slow, and then we're going to speed up. Really, really open that mouth. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and Mommy's milk made me merrier. Mommy's milk made me magnificent. When Mommy's milk was made no more, I went to suckle at fame's door. Here we go. Mommy's milk made me merrier. Mommy's milk made me magnificent. When Mommy's milk was made no more, I went to suckle at fame's door. Mommy's milk made me merrier. Mommy's milk made me magnificent. When Mommy's milk was made no more, I went to suckle at fame's door. Mommy's milk made me merrier. Mommy's milk made me magnificent. When Mommy's milk was made no more, I went to suckle at fame's door. Mommy's milk made me merrier. Mommy's milk made me magnificent. When Mommy's milk was made no more, I went to suckle at fame's door. Mommy's milk made me merrier. Mommy's milk made me magnificent. When Mommy's milk was made no more, I went to suckle at fame's door. Yes, wonderful, wonderful. I can just see how open your mouths are. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. So, the mouth, the breath, the body, we are just going to do a little bit of vocal work. Remember, this is not a musical theater class. We are just dipping our toes in the musicality just to get our voice a little bit warm on some vocaling notes. All right? Now, we're going to do the tongue twister, but we're going to do it on pitch. And don't worry about pitch. It's just about getting the voice involved. So I'll sing it, and you will sing it back to me, line by line. Mommy's milk made me merrier. Mommy's milk made me merrier. Mommy's milk made me magnificent. Mommy's milk made me magnificent. When Mommy's milk was made no more. When Mommy's milk was made no more. I went to suckle at Fame's door. I went to suckle at Fame's door. Wonderful. Let's do the whole thing on that melody, all right? 1, 2, 3, and Mommy's milk made me merrier. Mommy's milk made me magnificent. When Mommy's milk was made no more, I went to suckle at Fame's door. All right, wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, that was great. Wonderful, wonderful. Again, we are just dipping our toes in musicality, I promise. Now, that is a warm-up, a little foreplay, if you will, before we get fully naked. And I promise you, there will be so many more of those types of warm-ups in my 6-week course. So can anybody tell me, do they know, are they signing up yet for the 6-week course? Anyone?
More time.
Well, you still have until the end of the class to decide. Stephanie has a clipboard over there that you can sign up, but don't take too long. You will want to sign up. All right, now, let's get naked with some Shakespeare. If you could all please have a seat back in the chairs. William Shakespeare, Billy the Bard, Willie Shakes. When I say the words William Shakespeare, you think
A cool hat.
cool hat. Wonderful, yes. I have not seen many depictions of Shakespeare wearing hats, but perhaps in his writing, like famous quotes of, "For a hat I shall bear thee, whence my woman comes." That's a very famous Shakespearean line about hats. Yes, wonderful. When I say William Shakespeare, you think
Horatio.
Horatio. Is that Italian? I believe it might be Horatio. No, when I say William Shakespeare, you think
English class.
English class. Yes, his plays were written in English. That is true. English language is a part of Shakespeare. But no. When I say Shakespeare, you should all think of one thing. The meter. Specifically, iambic pentameter. Iambic is the rhythm of which Shakespeare wrote all of his text in. And the iambic follows the rhythm of a heartbeat. And if we were to strip our clothes off and skin ourselves, we would be showing our hearts. Yes, our hearts. Wonderful. And what is more naked than that? Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Do you feel that? Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. That is the rhythm that he wrote all of his text in. Every single piece of Shakespeare is written with that rhythm. If music be the food of love, play on. And there are 10 syllables in each line. The stress is on the second syllable. Does that all make sense? Does that all make sense? All right. If music be the food of love, play on. 10 syllables in every line of Shakespeare. So let's all say that with the rhythm together. If music be the food of love, play on. Yes. Don't you feel how much more intense that is? You're going back to your heart. Your heart is what keeps you alive. It is inside you, but we must show it. Remember, we are all getting naked. Now, we are going to say, if music be the food of love, play on, but I'm going to throw an emotion at you. And I want you to say that line with that emotion in mind, with the rhythm, so you can see how applying the rhythm makes that emotion more active. right? So if it were happy, for example, it'd be, if music be the food of love, play on, right? Now, I'm gonna throw you anger, and on your marks, give me anger, that line with the rhythm. If music be the food of love, play on. Yes, now, give me sad. If music be the food of love, play on. Yes, and give me confused. If music be the food of love, play on. Right now, I want you to imagine you are all warriors. You are all leading your men and women and everyone into battle. That's what I want you to deliver the line on, that emotion. Ready? Here we go, and give it to me. If music be the food of love, play on. Yes, yes, wonderful, wonderful. That is what I love to see. It is so intense. It is like galloping, like the galloping of horses. Horses!
Nathan, you good?
Two years ago. I directed, produced, and starred in a production of Equus by Peter Schaffer. For those who don't know, Equus is the story of a young boy who loves horses. And for my production, I wanted to use real horses. But there was this rumor that got spread around that I got a little too close to the vehicle. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Let's get back to work. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Stephanie, if you could please hand out the Shakespearean monologues to the class. Quickly, please. What Stephanie has just handed to you is a famous Shakespearean monologue from Hamlet. And what we are all going to do together is we are going to count the rhythm of the iambic in each line as we say it. So everybody, you can put it on your laps, and then we will all clap it together as we say it. Does that make sense? 10 beats in each line. Stress is on the second syllable. Everybody ready with the first line? Here we go. Speak thus, each I pray you, as I pronounce. Wonderful, wonderful. Next line. It too you tripping me on the tongue, but let's try it again. Here we go. 10 beats, each line, everybody. It too you tripping me on the tongue, but it to you tripping it to you. It must be on the offbeat. It to you. 10 to 15 beats per line, let's say. It is not a hard rule. We have progressed since then. He was old. 10 to 15 beats. All right, let's move on to the third line, everybody. Here we go. It as many of our players do I. What the hell? Okay, perhaps we're getting a little bit muddy with everybody clapping at once, so we're going to clap it, just you and me together, and then we will hear it, and then maybe we'll do it again. Maybe that will make sense to everybody. Third line, here we go. It as many of our players do I have. What the fuck? Think amongst yourselves, everybody. One moment, please. Stephanie, can I talk to you over here, please? not scanning. It's making you look like a fool.
Well, I printed exactly what you sent me.
Well, perhaps you printed it wrong because look, there are incomplete sentences on each line, and it starts in the middle of the sentence, and then it doesn't finish the sentence in the line. It doesn't make any sense. I believe you printed it wrong.
I don't think Staples printed it.
You messed this up. This is your fault. First, you messed up with the amount of people that are supposed to be in the class, and now you mess up with this printing that is now making me look like a fool. All right? Mommy will be disappointed when you mess this up so badly.
Mom would be so embarrassed that you're butchering her favorite Shakespearean poem in front of everyone.
Stay naked, everybody. Stay naked. There is clearly something wrong with the printing of the text. It is not the original text, of course. We are going to have to postpone Shakespeare until next week. Yes, next week, which is the beginning of my 6-week course. Everybody is encouraged to sign up. You are signing up? Yes, yes, yes. Anybody, please. Yes, maybe one person, but please don't you all wait too long because you might lose your spots. So I encourage you to please sign up by the end of the course or the end of the class so that we can start. Could everybody just please hand your sheets back to Stephanie and we'll move on? Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Stephanie, where is my dialogue? I'm incredibly successful. Thank you. Since we are going to have to postpone Shakespeare until next week, we are going to work with some contemporary dialogue, some stuff that we are a little bit more familiar with. So for this exercise, I'm going to need 2 people to come up, and they're going to read a small chunk of dialogue together from a scene from a play. Anybody can come up. I want to see it. You have been very eager all class. Yes, I'd love to see you come up with me. Yes, and you would as well. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Let's hear it for that long. This is the type of hunger that I want to see from all of you in this class, all right? If we are naked, then we probably can't afford clothes, which means that we can't afford food. And the only nourishment that can give us that energy back is the food from the stage. So that is the hunger that I want to see from you all in this class. All right, thank you for coming up. I want you to just give a simple pass of this dialogue. Don't put any emotion on it. Don't put any sort of intentions or motivations on it at all. Keep your metaphorical clothes on. And I just want you to read it nice and simple, back and forth to the audience. You will be character A, and you will be character B. And I'm going to sit right over here and observe. And whenever you are ready, please begin.
Could she be character B?
Wonderful. You can character B.
Can we be more fluid with that?
Just a nice simple pass whenever you're ready.
Nathan Bridgets.
No, I will not be taking questions from the press.
Can you comment on the cancellation of the production of Equus?
What I can tell you is I lost a lot of money on the show. Horses ain't cheap.
And is there any truth behind the rumor of you in the leading stallard?
I didn't fuck that horse.
Wonderful. Folks, I feel the need to come clean here. This is an excerpt from a play that I am writing, documenting the horrible, awful, untrue rumor of what caused my 2022 production of Echoes to be canceled. Now, you, playing character B, what type of soup do you think you're stirring when you're being harassed by the press? Italian honey soup, wonderful. Put that on the text, put it in the dialogue reading next time. And you, character A, the press, the nasty, lying, scummy, disgusting, evil bastard from the press. What type of milk did your mommy make, huh? And did it even make you the slightest bit merry?
I just know
to be then?
Chicken and rice.
Then put that on the text. Let's do it again with those in mind. And that last line, I really want you to give me your all with that last line. I want the people in the back to hear it, all right? Really give it good. All right, go ahead.
Nathan Bridgets! Nathan Bridgets!
No, I will not be taking questions from the press.
Can you comment on the cancellation of your French request?
What I can tell you is I lost a lot of money on the show. Horses ain't cheap.
And is there any truth behind the rumor of you as the leading stallion?
I didn't fuck that horse!
Wonderful. Thank you. You can have a seat back down. Thank you very much. Now that is naked. That is naked. But let me show you now. With no skin, organs, muscles, or intestines at all. Stephanie, come up here, please. We are going to do the scene.
No.
Stephanie, get up here right now, and we are going to do the scene.
You say that.
Stephanie, we are going to do the scene whether you like it or not. You will be character A, and I will be character B.
Nathan Bridgets.
No! I will not be taking any questions from the press.
Can you comment on the cancellation of your production of Outbursts?
All I can say is that I lost a lot of money on that show. Horses ain't cheap, you know.
And is there any truth behind the rumor of you and the leading star?
I didn't fuck that horse! I just wanted to be revolutionary. I just wanted to use something original. I just wanted to use real horses. You know how difficult it is to teach 6 horses to do choreography? It's impossible! And that's all I wanted. But no, now I'm in debt because some actor that didn't like my methods starts a rumor that I'm a horse fucker, and then no matter how many times I tell people that I didn't fuck that horse, nobody believes me. You know who would believe me? My mother. My mother would believe me. She knew what I was going to be. She knew that I was going to be a star. Mommy's milk made me magnificent, but instead, I am just an alleged horse fucker teaching an acting class. That is about as naked as I can be with you folks. Here I am, nipples to the sky, begging you, please sign up for my acting course. I promise you will be able to emote just like I did right there. And once more, I promise you, I didn't fuck that horse.
Hi everyone. I think this is a good place to end the class. Let's see. We do have a mommies and me class happening in this space right after us. So we need to clean up the space pretty quick. Yeah, I think this is a good place to end the class. Yes.
Is the horse gonna be here?
I don't know if Nathan is ready for that. But thank you for asking. Like how we all came in, we're gonna put our shoes back on and we're gonna head back down to the ground floor. Yeah. Thank you for coming to this class. I have the sign-up sheet here. If you're interested in doing the 6-week course with Nathan.
Yes, what's the price on the 6-week